I've been Chief Financial Officer at Canford Healthcare about 7.5 years. Canford Healthcare has 11 care homes providing elderly and nursing care on a residential basis. We had a ransomware attack on our billing system, the previous billing system, which was a care home billing system, took it out overnight. That billing system was also useful for KPI reporting on some of the key measures that we have as a care home business, particularly around occupancy, average weekly fees. So we had a need to develop good quality data for billing, but also for reporting. We instituted a billing system which was satisfactory from that point of view, but we wanted more in terms of KPI reporting of occupancy. And this was also an important component of our financial planning and predicting future occupancy and fee levels. I got introduced pretty quickly to Chris at Candura, and Chris said, why don't you have a look at Vena doing that?
What we're looking to do when we're implementing for someone like Stephen is really, three core things. Take away the manual process from Stephen, who is a CFO who should be making strategic decisions and not messing around with spreadsheets, for want of a better expression. Second thing we want to do is help Stephen forecast as accurately as possible at any point in time. That has all sorts of beneficial returns on investments at all levels of the business. And the third thing we want is to drive faster insights, give him better insights so that he can make better decisions more quickly and allocate resources throughout the business.
We had looked at other financial planning software, and one of the key things for me was the fact that Vena, the interface is all in Excel, because most accounting staff are pretty proficient at Excel. The real driver for that for me has been when we got Power BI implemented. I wanted to give something visual that said, look, how are our care homes doing in terms of particularly occupancy, but also average weekly fees. I was very happy to work with the Candura consultants and for them to do the technical development, but for me to have the kind of the vision, if you like, of this is what I want to see.
Having that data, having the occupancy planning, having the market leading BI tool, providing that for Canford, I think is transformational from our perspective. I think the second thing that we've done recently, which I really love, was the long-range planning, taking out what we originally did on an annual basis and moving that out over multiple years. I think that's supported Stephen with a number of initiatives that he's looking at right now to help him save money, to help him deliver value to the marketplace in understanding how Canford is performing.
Very useful for me, particularly at this point of the business cycle. I can update our long-range planning very quickly. It's a very agile piece for me to update the forecasts and look at long-range numbers on as often as I need or as often as the board requires. Whereas trying to do that in a spreadsheet would be potentially quite a lot of work. Then trying to change it quickly would also be quite a lot of work. I think it adds a lot of value, I would say, and makes your life as a director a lot easier. When the previous product was taken out by ransomware, we were running our occupancy on spreadsheets. The accuracy levels running a manual spreadsheet system for our occupancy were probably sub 90%, so it was not satisfactory. Having implemented the occupancy model and the detailed data recording in this model that ties directly back to our billing system, we expect it to be close to 100%. That has been a big improvement.
We can do standard financial reporting, we can do operational reporting, we can get into all areas of the operation to support the care home managers as well. So there were many things, and often, and I smile saying this, that I speak to Stephen to make sure he's okay. He said, I've got another little project. So there's that sort of ongoing development, which we love with Vena, because, as Stephen talked about, the flexibility with Excel and our integration, our really tight integration with Excel means that we can deliver great value very quickly for organisations similar to Stephen.
It's added a lot of value to the business, so it's definitely worthwhile. Certainly the occupancy side alone, it's very easy to demonstrate the improvements we've put in place there. But the whole financial planning and reporting piece has also significantly added value.